This is David Hakan with KC Cafe Radio at the SERFA Folk Alliance Conference in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm here with Louisa Branscomb and Johnny and Jeanette Williams, who are attending the conference at the Chattanooga Hotel. Welcome.
Thank you, David.
Good seeing you all again.
Great to be back here with you.
Tell us about your most recent album.
The album that I just finished is a collection of 11 more original songs. Some of them have co-writers that we wrote the songs, and I have a long cast of musicians because what my producer friend, my co-producer Missy Raines, and I did is we thought about each song. I think I write a wide variety of kinds of songs, so we took the songs we decided to do and thought about if we had our wish list, what artist would match well with that song. So there are 11 songs with all of them have different singers and different combinations. Johnny and Jeanette are on several of the songs, and there are a lot of my other friends and acquaintances in music: Sierra Hall, Molly Tuttle, Dale Bradley, Claire Lynch, Tina Adair, Josh Williams, Dave Peterson, and the list goes on because the songs vary from real traditional bluegrass to very contemporary folk. And so it's all coming together right now. Not quite out yet, but almost. It will be out. Don't know when this is airing, but it should be out in July.
Great. That'll be exciting. So tell us what the spark was for the first song you're going to play for us.
The song we're going to play was on my last album, and it's one that still gets a lot of interest, and it's called Your Amazing Grace. And it's about that situation you find yourself in a relationship where you go too fast, too soon, and you look around and you're by yourself again. And I won't say which side of the fence I was on, the person who went too fast or the person who felt the other person was going too fast, but that's what this song is about. And Johnny and Jeanette and I have sung it a lot together, so I thought it would be fun for us to do this one.
Great, let's hear it.
Sweeping up my sins, burning them to ash, purified and sanctified by my own past. Brand new virgin heart, unsuspecting soul. This was my condition when we said hello. How did I miss the mark? How did I fall so fast? How did I go so far through the looking glass? How did I miss the point? How did I lose my place? How did I fall from your amazing grace? Midnight conversations, sweet 16 again. You were the open window, and I flew right in. Oasis for my lips, the aching in my bones. The hunger of my passion left you all alone. How did I miss the mark? How did I fall so fast? How did I go so far through the looking glass? How did I miss the point? How did I lose my place? How did I fall from your amazing grace? Guess I wasn't healed at all. I swear it was an innocent transgression. This is my last confession. You tried to say too fast, I guess I lost control. Hypnotized by brown eyes and your heart of gold. Fools they rush in. You tried to run away. I see it all so clearly by the light of day. How did I miss the mark? How did I fall so fast? How did I go so far through the looking glass? How did I miss the point? How did I lose my place? How did I fall from your amazing grace?
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you.
So tell us about some of your songwriting success.
Let's see, I feel like I've been very blessed to have some wonderful artists record some of my songs. Wonderful as folks, as people, and as friends. And that's really inspired me, too, to keep going. Mel Tillis recorded a song of mine when I was about 20. He did not release it, but that gave me a boost. And I got to be in Nashville and meet Mel Tillis. The McPeak Brothers recorded that song, and in several other bands, my band, Boot Hill, in 1974. And then that song had a destiny because in 1990, Alison Krauss heard it on one of my albums, and she recorded it. And I found out, I was kind of the last to know. I was out of touch at the time. They looked for me, and I finally caught up with them, and that song was Steel Rails, and that was a very big event for her. And by the time I found out about it, I was getting royalties from countries whose names I did not know. And she just did such a beautiful lifting of that song to what it could be. And it's been recorded many times since then. It's called Steel Rails. And the cool thing is that has now been about 48 years, and that song is on my next CD, the one that's coming out here in a few days. And but it's a completely new version, and it's a commemoration to Alison, but also to the life of a song, what a song can do in its lifetime, how songs kind of we let go of them, and they have a life of their own, and they touch people, and they bring people together. And certainly her version of that has brought so many people together. So the artists singing on this new version all have a story to tell about how they heard steel rails. Most of them played steel rails in their background, and now they are very eminent singers. And so it's a very different version, and I can't wait for people to hear that. And so that's an exciting thing that's happening right now. Other people have recorded my songs, Jeanette and Johnny. Let's see, I mentioned the McPeak Brothers, New Blue, Claire Lynch, I guess she's singing some on my album, and then she and I had a song called Dear Sister that was Song of the Year at IBMA a few years ago. Let's see, who else is recording? John Denver. He recorded Steel Rails. And Dale Ann Bradley has recorded quite a few of mine. And Janet McGarry up in Canada.
Many people that you don't know.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of people I don't know, and I'm not going to know them unless they start paying me royalties. But a woman named Karen Lynn from Australia had a hit on one of my songs called Will I Be Good Enough? And and then I've recorded a number of them. So I think altogether probably I have about 225 songs that I know of recorded, but then many more YouTubes than that I bump into every day, and it's fun to see who's doing what with some of the songs.
Right, they're on their own.
They're on their own, yeah.
Would you play another song for us?
I'd love to, and I thought I might do this one. It's a song that was inspired one day when I was riding my tractor, and the backstory is that a tornado had hit my farm in 2011. And I lost 7,500 trees, and they fell, of course, all over the farm, and my house was considered a total loss. We rebuilt. And the short end of the story is it took about 4 years to get the trees cleared, the land graded, the grass growing again, and then tall enough to bush hog. Well, bush hogging is kind of my therapy, so I love to drive my tractor around and bush hog it, especially late in the day. And I got back on the tractor, and I really hadn't grieved much about that tornado, but I caught a few tears and realized how good it was to be back on that tractor. And that's what inspired this song, the day that I got back on it after a 4-year break. Old green tractor, like life is still the same. It carries me so easy across this farm. 15-acre valley, 4 feet at a time. You'd almost think that I'd been moving on. I saw a shadow. My heart jumped to the sky. I thought I'd see your sunlit silhouette, but it was branches of the oak tree swaying in the wind like lovers in a country minuet. Remember laughing in the sun, the simple peace of this old farm, hillside embrace. Long summer days when you were here, riding double on the old John Deere. No mule to call it home, just piles of whiskey jars stained by the years. I turn the key to neutral and I lay this loader down. No engine hum can see me through my tears. Remember laughing in the sun, the simple peace of this old farm, hillside embrace. Long summer days when you were here, riding double on my old John Deere. John Deere.
Wow, thank you so much for
Thanks,
coming
David.
in and spending time with us today.
I want to add one little footnote because I want folks to know that Josh Williams, who is a very well-known singer and guitar player, he's gotten guitar player awards many times, and singer. He plays with Rhonda Vincent, and he sang lead on that with Tina Adair on harmony, and so it gives it a new twist, and I can't wait for folks to hear that.
All right, when should that album be out?
It should be available on Airplay Direct for DJs here in the next few weeks, so by mid-May, I believe. And then the hard copies will be out also in May or June, but the official release date is July 12th.
Oh, great.
And the one song from the album is already available, I should say, and that's Steel Rails, and I did mention it a minute ago. So Steel Rails is available right now on Airplay Direct, the new version that Sierra Hull and Molly Tuttle are sort of holding down on that.
Great. All right. That will be exciting when that comes out.
Thank you, David.
All right. Thanks so much.